All right, so here's part 2. I'm gonna leave off where we we're off from where I said, which was I'm gonna try this first one, and then you guys are gonna try this next 3. Okay, using the same model. So for a conditional statement, the symbol form is just P, Q. P arrow Q. In words, I'd say for the statement, if you are a guitar player, then you are a musician. Okay, and that's true, right? Guitar player is a musician. All right, converse is just flipping them, so Q, then P. So if you are a musician, then you are a guitar player. Now that one sounds very conceited, if you are a guitar player, because basically that means all musicians are guitar players, which that's not true, right? So false. Okay, then inverse is negating both, so not P, then not Q, like that. So if you are not a guitar player, this one really sounds conceited, then you are not a musician. So that one's pretty silly, right? Poor piano players, right? And they all have to, they're not musicians. All right, then over here, a contrapositive is just negating and switching both. So if you are not a musician, then you are not a guitar player. And that's true, right? Someone who's not a musician is not a guitar player. So true. All right, so I want you guys to try these last 3 on your own. All right, the stars are visible at night. P then Q, not P. Oh wait. Q then P, not P, then not Q, and then not Q, then not P. All right, so I'll go ahead and write all these out so that way you know what you're doing. So in words, if stars are visible, then it is night. That's true, right? Let's say not including sun, okay? Because I mean, the sun is a star, but let's just do not including sun for the sake of it. Okay. If stars are visible, then it is night. Okay, so that's true. The converse is if it is night, then stars are visible. I think that's true. For the most part. I mean, there's some kind of, sometimes it's too cloudy to see them, but on a clear night, yeah, they're visible. Okay. All right, then I'm saying if stars are not visible, then it is not night. I think that's for the most part true. Okay, then the last one is if it is not night, then stars are not visible. Okay, and this is again not including the sun, so that'd be true. All right, well, let's get to your controversy on this part in my class. All right, same thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and write all the symbols out. That way I know what I'm doing. Okay. And we're gonna do the same thing. So again, you guys should have already tried all 3 of these, and then I'm just going back over them. All right, but if all if an angle is 30 degrees, then it is acute. That's true. All right, we'll switch them. If an angle is acute, then it is 30 degrees. Is that true? No. Because you can pick another angle like 60, right? So we'd say, okay, if an angle is not 30 degrees, then it is not acute. Now that's not always true, right? Because I mean, it could be 31 degrees and still be acute. So this is false. Okay, and same thing here. If it is not acute, then it is if an angle, not acute, not 30 degrees. And that one's true as well. Because, like, think about it, if it's not acute, then it's not 30 degrees, but it's also not whatever else. So, and that's the only thing when you're writing these, when you switch them, be careful when you're using language, because, I mean, if you use it for both, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so notice I made that mistake here. I put if it is, and I don't know what you're talking about if you don't put an angle first. So if an angle is not acute, then it is not 30. Okay, so make sure you put an angle, an angle, an angle for all the beginning if statements. All right. I want to, okay, so we'll do the symbols again. Okay, so if, all right, 2x plus 7 equals 1, then x is equal to -3. Let's see. Let's solve it. We subtract, you get -6, divided by 2 is -3, so that's true. All right, if x equals -3, then 2x plus 7 equals 1. Okay, is that true? If we plug -3 in here, that'd be -6 plus 7, which is 1. So true. All right, same thing here. We say if x does not equal 3, then 2x plus 7 does not equal 1. Okay, so let's pick a different number, like 2. Okay, 2, I'll put like 2 in here. That's 4. 4 plus 7 is 13. So basically that's the only option. So yeah, this is true as well. Okay, same thing here. If 2x plus 7 is not equal to 1, then x is not equal to 3, which is also true. All right. So we'll notice for all of these, always the first and the last statement is always true. So contrapositive and conditional statement are always, different ways to write the same thing. Okay. All right, biconditional statements. We already kind of talked about these, but we'll talk about them. Should we? Yeah, I think it just got mixed up on my paper. So we'll talk about this one more time just to reinforce it. If an angle is right angular, then it measures 90 degrees. Basically, this is true if we switch these two. If an angle, is 90 degrees, I need to just read this. If an angle is 90 degrees, then it is a right angle. Okay, so since if an angle is right angle, or if an angle is right angle, then it's 90 degrees. If an angle is 90 degrees, then it's right angle. Both of these are true. We can rewrite these as an angle is a right angle if and only if it is 90 degrees. Okay, same thing here. It's kind of telling me these are biconditional, but again, we'd think it in our head, okay, if two line segments are congruent segments, then they're the same length. Okay, that's also true. So we can write these as, so this is the biconditional statement, P and Q. So P and Q, that's how we write that. So two line segments have the same length if and only if they are congruent segments. Okay, so that just kind of, I feel like some of my notes got it a little bit out of order. Okay, this would have probably been over on the other biconditional side. But this is how you'd practice writing all of those. And this is how you'd write some biconditional statements. But this lesson kind of throws people off a little bit. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye.